Hi Virgo, welcome to your August 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Virgo, let's take a look. For you, it's about getting yourself out of a feeling of isolation, withdrawal. It feels, for many Virgos, I get this feeling of stifling your passion, stifling your creativity, wanting to stay put, keeping yourself there. It feels like safety, it feels like comfort, but it's also very restrictive because what I feel around you is something that is going to bring you great joy, happiness, at least a potential for it. So if you're feeling stifled, if you're feeling bored or a bit stuck, it may just be because you, in your quest for balance or peace in your life, you've actually become a bit too neutral. Not enough passion, not enough excitement, too much of the mundane, the boring. So touching the sky. For the benefit of my podcast listeners, there's a young girl and she's got long braids. She's looking down to earth from up in the skies. There's a small bird on her shoulder and she's holding one of her braids like a lifeline, like she's expecting, like Rapunzel, somebody to climb up to her. And the energy around this card is one of overwhelming feelings and sensations. So you may feel, Virgo, a sense of being overwhelmed by a certain sensational feeling right now. And rather than feel it anymore, you're escaping into separation. Of course, other people can't follow us there if they don't feel welcome. And I do feel that there's a restrictive energy, maybe even a too strong of a barrier around you where people, or maybe a love interest or somebody new can't approach, they can't come in because of this energetic barrier. Now, experiencing joy, even for just a moment with this card, it's letting joy in. It's feeling passion, feeling enthusiasm, feeling excitement, being happy. It's about not focusing so much on suffering, sadness. It's like that law of attraction, isn't it? What we want to manifest is something that we need to put out to the world. So if you're putting out a feeling of a barrier and you don't believe yourself worthy or capable of receiving joy, then you're putting up a block. The energy can't reach you. For the benefit of my podcast listeners, on this joy card, you'll see this beam of light, and it's like coming into this woman's heart chakra. So it's like that energy wants to come into the heart, but you're blocking it, Virgo, because you may even be invited somewhere, but there's this blockage. So let's see where this goes. At the bottom of the deck for you, I have Judgment. Nice energy there. It does speak about that call, hearing that siren song, and understanding that a choice needs to be made. Leaving something behind, perhaps an old way, an old pattern, an old you, an old version of you. This feels like a very strong rebirth energy that I'm picking up around this. An opportunity for something new in your life that can bring that sense of joy, but first you have to be receptive to let it in. Let's do some more shuffles. I do get an energy around you, Virgo, of some self-sabotaging energy. Why is that? Well, I get a very strong independence around you. You may not want to, if there's someone around you who's offering you help, support, you may be thinking, well, I don't need that. I'm fine on my own. You may be refusing help or refusing refusing support from other people around you. But I do get a strong energy around you of discontent. I actually do think that you would benefit from working more with others, creating some kind of team, coming out of a dark time in your life, getting over some pain, and freeing yourself of some destructive behaviors as well, because I do get an energy around a Virgo here who has had some kind of secret indulgence which has not been so good. Now, it could have been food, could be alcohol, could be a number of things, but I do get it as an indulgence, having too much of something. Yeah, it's like a coping mechanism. So let's see for Virgo. And we'll put some cards down. We have the Six of Wands. Nice energy there. The Knight of Wands. Wow. And the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. That's really nice. You know, this feels to me like winning. I mean, literally winning the lottery. It feels like that. This feels like someone who has it all. Nine of Pentacles is a card of Virgo. So feeling good, feeling safe, feeling like you're in your garden. You're having your wine, your cheese platter here. You're reading a lovely book. You're surrounded by beautiful things. You've got your pentacles. So you've worked hard for a living. And I get you being successful. It feels like you have succeeded on some level. And what I'm sensing around this is that it's been a long road. So getting yourself to this place feels like it has been a struggle. There's been a lot of detours, and you're not even sure that this is going to last. So it's kind of like someone who achieves a certain amount of success but is trying to really has kind of a mindset of, okay, well, I feel good, I feel successful, I feel like I've done well, but this may not last. Yeah. It may be a product of the times, Virgo. You may be looking around at the world and thinking, you know what, it feels safe, but maybe it isn't. You know, that kind of energy. So I do think that you're thinking very realistically about your life, but maybe a little bit too much so, where you're just really focused on how this could possibly leave again. And so it feels like something really good happened, and then you're so focused on it leaving again. Like, yeah, that was really great, but now I feel like I could lose it. Perhaps you've had that experience in the past where you've had something that felt really good, but then it has been lost, and so you've been focused on that. Let's see. We've got the King of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Okay. So Virgo, there is something around you. I get it as an energy of waiting. I get patience. Okay, Virgo, what I'm getting around you here, I'm seeing that you had something that you felt was really good in the past. You enjoyed it, it felt really good, but then I feel it left, or something happened. It was fast moving, like it didn't last that long. And so now you think, well, I don't trust anything good happening because it could leave again. So it's like you've forgotten to live fully in the moment. You've forgotten how to experience joy, joy just for a moment, joy. You're caught up in, this could leave. What if I let this into my life? It could leave because I felt joy in the past and then it went. So it's almost like you don't believe it when it happens, and so you forget to experience the joy of it because you're so focused on, this actually feels really good, but if this happens like it happened last time, I'm going to experience pain at the end of this. And so you don't ever feel those moments of joy. So I think that you're just thinking too much. You're thinking too much about what could happen rather than experiencing the joy. So there's hesitation around anything new coming into your life. You may not even be looking at it as something that's potential. You may be someone here, Virgo, who's very focused on very short-term energy, keeping things that way, keeping people at a distance, or keeping people as this casual kind of like friends with benefits or something here, because you don't want to experience anything that is going to leave you. It's kind of like abandonment. So let's have a look. We've got the Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles. There's that abandonment. And the Two of Swords. I'm actually going to get one more on that. And the Star. Okay. Yeah, it's like you experience happiness. You get what you want. You get the guy or the girl or whoever you're looking for there. You get the partnership. You get the house. You achieve a level of success, and then you feel like it's just going to leave you, like you're going to be left out in the cold here, and that something bad is going to happen, and then it's all going to be taken away. Virgo, very pessimistic attitude when it comes to keeping happiness and joy in your life. You feel like it's very momentary, like joy is something that just is there for a moment and then is replaced, is going to be replaced. And I think that this is what's keeping you in this stuck phase. It's stifling your growth. And I see you here isolating, withdrawing. It's almost like you're craving companionship, like you're letting down your braid here, but nobody's reaching up and grabbing that braid because, well, it feels to me like you're not allowing anyone to come near. There's too much distance. They can't get close. It feels like you're at a height, at like a very high level, and no one can reach you up there. The Star, well, there's that unreachable quality, right? Yeah. The sky and the stars. Keeping yourself like out of reach. Unattainable? Maybe. It feels a little bit like that. Certainly withdrawn and isolated. And for you, I'm getting an essence of not seeing it that way. You're not seeing what's keeping you stuck and bored and isolated. Yeah, I do think that you actually want this. You crave this. You crave joy. You crave happiness. Of course you do. But what's blocking it is you not taking action towards what you want. Just believing that it can't last. No, even if I get that, it won't last. It won't last. That's what you're saying to yourself. And so you keep yourself safe, right, in this place of safety. It feels secure to you, and you don't let anyone in there because you feel that if you do, they'll leave you, or they may even take that security from you. Let's have a look and see. I'm going to get one from the Sacred Traveler. Don't forget to, if you're watching on YouTube, to leave me a comment and press that thumbs up button before you go. That would be fantastic. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. And if you're a newcomer, I'd love to have you as part of the team. Please do consider subscribing. Let's have a look here. Virgo. Message for Virgo. Watching clouds. Well, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're just kind of there in the garden, watching the clouds, and even with touch the sky, watching the clouds. There's a lot of R&R for you, rest and recreation, relaxation. Not even recreation, relaxation. I think that you sleep a lot. I think that I see this hammock here. It's like you put a hammock up in the backyard and you just sleep. You just sleep. That's what you like to do. And you expect people to come to you. But people aren't coming to you because you're keeping yourself removed, isolated, too far above. It's a little bit, I have to say, Virgo, it feels a little bit arrogant even. I think that people might consider you someone who is unreachable for some reason, but yet you consider this safety. The Nine of Pentacles, I even see this woman here, she's lying down, she's reading a book in the backyard. So yeah, there is an element here of resting a lot. Yeah, it's actually also creating this energy around you. I feel that there is somebody that wants to come in, but they are seeing difficulties because of a lack of motivation, is what I'm getting from Spirit. So I do think that this is something that has the potential to be very good. But if this person, because I feel that there's someone who is a high achiever, very intellectual type of person, good communicator. This is someone who I think would be very good for you, Virgo, but when they come in, I feel that they may turn around and go out again quite quickly, which is what you're thinking, but you're manifesting that. Because you have this block up, right? You have this block. And you just say, oh, I'm good where I am. I'm good by myself. I'm just going to sit here and read this book and watch life go by. That's what this feels like. But yet it feels like your life is on hold. You're placing your life on hold by not moving. Not taking action towards manifesting something into your life that because you don't want to disturb the peace, you don't want to disturb your life. And so I see you quite detached from people in general. And it's only because you just don't believe. It's like I'm speaking to a Virgo who doesn't believe in a happy home, the happy companionship. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to get one more here from the Sacred Traveler for Virgo. What does Virgo need to hear? You're being asked to experience for joy just for a moment, even if it is momentary. Just some kind of joy here. Distant thunder, clearing the air. Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like you're there and you're just living this peaceful life. Things are going as they normally are. And then something happens here which forces your hand to do something about it. And it's an opportunity for you, Virgo, with that distant thunder. So it's kind of like something you sense, like you sense something's going to disturb you. Feels like something coming in. But it's kind of like a tower moment, if you will, something dramatic to create renewal. It could even create some chaos, and I think that in your instance, chaos would be good because it's about shaking things up so you can get out of this stagnant period. So if your auric field or your personal space is cluttered, it's difficult for exciting new experiences and opportunities to come into your life. So it's time to clear out the clutter, release the old, the discarded, the unused, clear the air and release situations and purify your life, really, in order for renewal to occur. Of course, the old needs to make way. So this storm on the horizon, it feels like if you don't create this shake-up in your life, then something is going to happen for you. It's like the universe is going to bring in this tower event on the horizon in order to shake you up, to wake you up here, Virgo, and say, hey, it's time to do something. You know, the universe doesn't want us to stay stagnant. It doesn't want us not to grow. And it won't let us stay in that place for too long. So I think you've experienced a certain amount of happiness with what you're doing, but it feels like now is the time for change. And so things are going to be mixed up for you, maybe even a little bit chaotic for a little while. But there's even going to be joy in that, because it does seem to be putting you on the path of your destiny here, Virgo. So I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the very best with this. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching. If you are listening on the podcast, thanks very much. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. It's called Gypsy Insights by Michelle for more readings. Virgo, please take care and enjoy the rest of the month. Bye for now.